Alright, I'm back. So the salsa and bachata lessons, so basically we do them 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We go over different steps, so we're learning a bunch of different steps. I'm taking it with 3 of my friends, and then there's also other people in the classes. And it's cool because obviously I love dancing. It takes a lot of practice for me. It doesn't really come naturally. And I haven't actually been able to use it like out and about because they dance a lot of reggaeton here instead. So I think I need to find my place. Need to find a place where they do that. So I'll probably do that relatively soon. But it's just like so much fun to it's exhausting. By the end of the day I'm like so tired and then we have class. But I love it so much. It makes me like so happy. And then so my last peek I guess is kind of just explaining to you guys what I'm doing here because some people don't actually know. Oh, I'm on a cute little cul-de-sac. This is so precious. So I'm here with volunteering with a program. I live in a house with there's 8 volunteers right now from all over the world. And basically Monday through Thursday we go and we help the kids. It's an after-school program, so we help them with, look at this cool car behind me. The things you find here, I tell you. So we help kids with programs or with their homework. Sometimes I can help them, sometimes it's kind of difficult. One kid had homework about different accents and where you stress things, and I was like, honestly I don't speak Spanish fluently, so I can't really help you with that. But then sometimes it's things like multiplication or English homework, so I can definitely help them with that, and we just kind of motivate them and get them to realize they can do it, because they span from ages kindergarten to almost high school. But it's just sometimes people don't really have the most motivation, so we're there to motivate them. Then on Fridays and Saturdays we do intercultural activities, so we haven't started a ton yet. We had the Easter holiday, and I was sick for one of the Fridays, so I missed that one. But last Friday we did yesterday I ran a class on first aid. It was so cute. I had them I basically taught the little kids how to put on a band-aid and why germs are, why it's important to avoid germs by washing it and da-da-da-da. And then I drew a fake cut on them with red marker and then had them wash it off and put on a band-aid themselves. It was just adorable. I definitely think it needs some I need to work on kind of catering the things I want to do to the older kids versus the younger kids, have 2 different programs. But it was awesome because that's I wanted to come here and do health related sort of programs. So I have another one on prevention of sunburns and why you should wear mosquito repellent and various things like that. So why healthy eating is important. So I'd really like to do some more programs like that, so we're going to try to do those. And then also there's so many people, so many different countries. There's 5 different countries represented out of the volunteers that are not from Peru. So we're gonna, I think next weekend maybe, do a program with in the US this is our standard wedding, this is what we do for weddings, this is what we do for sweet 16 versus quinceañera kind of things. This is the kind of food that we eat there, these are the traditions. So it's nice because there's we have the US, the UK, France, Germany, and Brazil all represented. So we're gonna try to put something together like that. So it's fun, the kids are fun. Sometimes they're a real pain, I'm not gonna lie, but that's how kids are. I was a real pain at one point. Probably just once, right Mom? Yeah. Other than that, I was just a perfect angel. So yeah, so it's cool. I really like the program here. I'm hoping I'll be able to plan some of these programs and implement them and kind of develop more. But all the Peruvian volunteers are really awesome and helpful with Spanish things, helping me write out the correct Spanish way to say things. All of the foreign volunteers are really awesome. I get to learn all about their different traditions that they have. For example, we learned last night on the bus, just in random conversation, that how we play telephone, where you one person tells a story, then you tell the next person, you whisper it, and then you find out at the end what the story was. So in the UK they call it Chinese whispers, In France they call it Arabic whispers or Arabic telephone. In Brazil and in Peru they'd call it like telephone without a cable. Like, so, like, who would ever know that, right? It's not something you would like read in a guidebook, like, just so you know, information about England. So yeah, I just like learning about what other people do. Yeah, so those are all my peaks. Lots of fun things happening. Pits, really very few. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little homesick, but you know, that's pretty normal. I've been gone almost 4 weeks, so I miss all my peeps. And I miss my bed. My bed's so comfy. I mean, my bed here is comfy, but my bed at home is like thebomb.com. So the only really peaks were when we went to Puno. The bus rides were terrible. So it's like a 6-hour bus ride, and the first one was like hot just because like it wasn't ventilated properly, right? So I was like, oh, this is terrible. But I was like, okay, it's fine, we got there, whatever. It was like a cheap bus ride, not the end of the world. The bus ride home was even worse. It was an overnight bus, so it was like 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and the literal heater was on, and I'm like, why is the heater on? I don't understand. And like I put like my shoes on it, my sweatshirt, like trying to cover the heater, and it's just like blasting heat, and I was like, I'm gonna pass out, like I can't even handle this. I look around, every single Peruvian is like wearing a jacket and a blanket, like sleeping. So normally I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how they live this life. Tried to go down and talk to the driver. Driver wouldn't open the door. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. So I just like stood in the stairwell with one other gringa who was down there who couldn't handle the heat either. So but yeah, that was really the only thing. And then in Puno, like at nighttime, it wasn't very safe. Like we walked back from the club we were at like 1 in the morning, and there was like a bunch of drunk people and they like a huge brawl and stuff. So that wasn't really ideal, but you know, we just found our way back and it was whatever. It's not where I live, so where I live it's like really, really safe. Everyone says that, and like walking around at night is like safe. It's very well lit and there's a lot of pedestrian areas, so that's no problem. Some fun facts. So they play foosball here a lot. Like the bar that we go to a lot, Mano Blanco, it has like a foosball table, and like people play it commonly. Like our house has a foosball table in it. When we stayed at a hostel in Puno, it had a foosball table. So it's just like pretty normal to have foosball like pretty much everywhere. Also, I saw them turn down people on the bus the other day. This is like crazy because it's rare that they do that, but the bus was so full, it was going so slow. There was children hanging out of the side of the door. Like, I'm like, how do these people do this? But yeah, luckily I had a seat, so I was okay. But yeah, they actually turned people down. Also, Cat, like the brand that's like, you know, like all the big construction things, I think, right? It's a really big brand here. Like people love Cat stuff for some reason. Like there's like backpacks, sweatshirts, big signs, big like trucks. Yeah, that's very common. And also the trash trucks, they play The Little Mermaid. How amazing. I'm like, can we adapt that? Because that's adapt. I can't speak today. Because like how cute is that? Because like trash, you know, like not that exciting. When you add the Little Mermaid song, I mean, I'm sure like the trash truck drivers probably like cringe every time they hear that song, but like I think it's amazing. So, and then the other thing is that balloons for kids, they're on sticks. So it's like a plastic stick with a balloon and no helium. How smart is that? Because 85 times out of 100, kids are gonna let go of the balloon and it just falls on the ground and then they pick it back up, right? I'm like, how great is that? Because, you know, who wants to let go of a balloon? It disappears, flies into the middle of nowhere, and ends up polluting the earth. So I liked that I found out they did that. And then my last thing before I depart from this really long blog is the foods that I've eaten. Da-na-na-na, aka the best part, because I love food. It's so good. My friend came over and made cevicheee for us. Oh, Kenny, if you're watching this, amazing. I can't even handle it. It was so good. I think I only had cevicheee once in Philly at a restaurant, but then other than that, I've like never really had it. It was so delicious. I definitely put like really spicy sauce all over it, so that wasn't very smart, but it was so good. And then our other friend, Kelly, made anticuchos, which is basically they take like heart of, you know, whatever kind of animal and slice it up and grill it. which was so delicious. It was like, had like a little spice to it too, but you know, I handled it well. One thing that they have near our bus stop is they take a potato and they like boil it, I assume, slice it in half, put a piece of cheese in it, and deep fry it. It's like a baked potato, but like simpler, you know. But it's a pretty good idea. And then I also had chicha morado, which is like this sort of drink. They make it from the corn, like they have this like purple corn here, so they make it from that, and then they add like pineapple and cinnamon and cloves, I think. I wasn't really a huge fan, but I got it from like a fast food place, so I'm like, maybe I'll give it another chance, or like see if like an actual like legit person in their home can make it for me, so we'll see. And then the last thing, I had tea from like a tea lady. So like there's all kinds of stands here, right, where people are always like selling food or drinks or whatever. So this lady has like 5 different bottles with different kinds of tea, and then she has like one main kind of tea, so it's like kind of like flavors like syrups, but they're different herbal teas. Some of them are like naturally like pink. It's very strange. So I had that, and she gave it to me like actually in a bag. Like she poured it into like not like a bag like you get at the grocery store, like a bag you put vegetables in at the grocery store, right? But like a little smaller. So she like puts it in one of those and then like wraps it and puts it in another one. I was like, this is interesting. So it's like you can't like set it down anywhere. Like it's quite bizarre. I don't really know. It was good tea, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I've never had tea like literally in a bag, so really living a wild life here, let me tell you. So that's all that I have, you know, as if that wasn't enough stuff. Yeah, and I'm very excited because Carl gets here a week from today. Yay! Hey, Carl. So I hopefully won't be as homesick in about 7 days because he'll be here. So I'm sure, well, hopefully I'll be able to blog before then. We'll see, but if not, I'll update you guys on all of our fun adventures, going to Machu Picchu, etc., etc. And I miss all you guys. So I hope you enjoyed my lovely vlog of the week, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.